Hi, Genevieve. So when I was reading your app description, I really liked what you were going for in tackling different skin conditions and maybe certain skin sensitivities and the relationship that they have with different cosmetic products. Um, Personally, for me, since I have eczema, I'm really excited to see what your app has to offer and some new information that I can hopefully learn from this. Okay, so starting off with your app, Daphne, I think that the typeface that you use is really elegant and sleek, and it definitely matches the cosmetic and beauty world. I like the icon that you're going for. Um, my only critique on the icon is that you have like these really clean lines, and I would just suggest fixing up the area of the pupil for the eye right here, just because it's just a little bit pixelated and that edge is a little jagged. But other than that, I think it's working well. Maybe, I don't know. I was gonna say that maybe you can have like the eye looking towards the viewer, but I do like this look from the side, so maybe ignore that. Maybe I would just like marry these edges here because they're just a little like just to get these hard lines to blend in a little more smoothly with that curve. But other than that, I think it's looking really good, and I like the glow that you have behind it, this drop shadow. It's blended in very naturally to the background, and I also really love the shade of green that you've gone for. Right. Ooh, okay. So yes, I'm really liking how sleek and clean everything is, and I like that you have your own twist on the buttons for the user to use. And I like that it's personalized to your icon and that welcome screen for your app. Okay. Okay, yeah. I know you specifically wanted us to focus on whether or not your icons were appropriate. And I do think this is, we have, the person here, and then there's just using those to maybe the circles to connotate like blemishes or bumps, anything on the skin. So I do think your icon is working. So all right, I'll be true to myself in the survey. Okay. I also like the range and budget that you've included. It's helpful. Oh, and cool. I like that you also are going off of brands that the user is familiar with. Maybe that'll make it easier to make comparisons and suggestions for products. Just go with this. Okay, nice. So I like that immediately after that, you're taking in that information and you're giving a quick response to the user. I see that you're able to make suggestions of different brands that the user is maybe not familiar with, and precisely the product that you recommend for their skin type and their price range. So let's see. Ooh, it's looking really awesome, really sleek. I like that you can directly add it to the cart and buy it off the app, and also including stores where the user could maybe go off and buy them in person if they would prefer it that way. I like that you've included the ratings and exactly the specific thing in the skin concern that this product is aiming to help with. Okay. Are we able to go back to that results? Oh no. Okay. That's one thing that maybe that I would consider putting in there, is giving the user a way to backtrack to that results page, just so that they don't have to take the quiz again, and it gives them the chance to actually click through each item. Yeah, okay. Well, I see that we can, okay, that's cool that you can go in and shop this way, but I do still wish it would take me back to those results. Okay. We have an example of the cart once you add everything, including your shipping and taxes. Nice. You might be putting in something here in this ellipses, and this probably is just as filler for now or placement holder, but whenever you do, this is taking up more like visual real estate than the other icons are. So the ellipses are just throwing off the balance a tiny bit. But other than that, I think your icons down here are certainly working. Let's see when we go to, okay. Oh, okay, perfect. Okay, so disregard that. What I had said before, okay, the favorites or that hearts will take us back to that. So perfect. Just a little bit of user trial and error to get there, but I do appreciate that you do take us back to those results so that I can learn more. Okay, let's next as if we were gonna add this to the cart. Okay, and I'll pull up the cart. And let's go ahead and look at that last one. Okay, so I'm assuming you might be adding in that third option later, but the flow of that nonetheless is certainly working. Let's see what your homepage looks like. Okay, so you're offering maybe a coupon or a bit of like a deal in partnership with the brands themselves. Okay. Okay, and then the ellipses will take us back to that quiz. So let's take it from a different point of view. Let's maybe say we have a bigger budget, and I'll go with it, cosmetics. Okay. So I know you just have like these in for placeholder right now because there's not enough, it's a lot of work to actually go through and make every single item based off of all the answers. So, for a prototype, I'm thinking this is you've got a really good, strong starting point here. I think your font, like I had said, is working super well, very clean, very crisp. Maybe, now that I think about it a bit more, because your font is so thin and delicate, maybe with these icons, just like the shopping bag, you could consider just doing the outline. And maybe I would do I know you have it on other pages. You have that box that remains around it. So it definitely works with other pages. But when we get back to when we get back to no, let's see. How do I get back? When we get back to the page with the favorites is when I would suggest maybe having a very small change in the opacity. Let's just run through this super quickly. Oh. Okay. Just running through this super quickly again. All right. Sorry. Just when you get back here, just you've used a darker green to distinguish these from the background. Maybe not quite as dark, but just a slight different change in the hue for this box, I think is another thing you can add to that page. The shopping cart is working well. Otherwise, everything else that you're doing, Jen, it's really great work. The images are super crisp and high quality, and I can tell that you've done your research into what other cosmetic apps are out there, and especially what's popular at the moment, and you're really drawing upon that. So, great job.